Cold shots time. Cool. Okay, cool. Thank you, Chief. Thanks for that. I don't know if you can hear me. How is everyone doing tonight? Where are you watching from? What's the temperature? It's in Cleveland area. It's 34 degrees right now. It was a very pretty day. It wasn't very warm, but it was pretty. It cracks me up, but I get an email notification when I go live. It says now live on Izzo's place. It's like, yeah, I started it. I know I'm live. Thanks, YouTube. How about if you work on that algorithm? Hi there, Chief. Good to see you, buddy. So tonight we're going to turn these into fake drawer fronts and doors. Hey there, Rex Robinson. Good to see you. Good to see you. My thoughts and prayers have been with you this week, Rex. Vinmar is in the area. He went to get some food while the stream starts. So I'm going to be teaching him how to use hot melt glue to it's funny to me that it's when I get a notification when it's live. It's like, yeah, thanks guys. Hey there, Guido in the house. All right, so we're going to be putting hot melt veneer onto plywood. So what this does is it allows you to use plywood and kind of trick people. We're going to put air quotes on that, kind of trick people into thinking that it's real. So, let me get a small piece to show you what. So here's a regular piece, 3/4 plywood. Of course, you can see the plies, hence why it's called plywood. Dirt. So this is oak veneer. It's, oak veneer is made out of real wood. There's nothing fake about it. It's just cut super thin. And then this stuff that I buy has, okay, cool. I'll tell him. He'll be back. He just went to get some food. And every time I see it, look at how perfect this thing is. It's only got a couple more weeks to live. But anyway, so it's got hot melt glue on the back of it. So what you do is you hold it on here. It is perfect finally. It reached its final iteration. And I'm gonna try to shave it. It'll probably try to go Dragon Ball Z on me, Super Saiyan. It'll turn white and attack me, but that's alright, I'll get through it. But anyway, so you put this on here. I'm gonna use an iron to heat up the hot melt tape, and then use a roller to kind of push it down, pressurize it on. As the glue cools, it'll stay on there. And then, as you see, the veneer is just a little bit thicker than the plywood. So then we file off the excess or sand it off. We'll decide as we go. And then when you're done, it looks like a real piece of wood, even though it's not. It saves the customer some money. Sometimes you have a job where you can get away with that. Sometimes you need to make real wood doors, and it just depends on the job. Usually for a retail job like this, unless it's really crazy, we're just gonna make it out of plywood. Absolutely, you will. Like Splash Mountain's probably more made out of rebar and steel and concrete, but we'll figure out a way to make a plywood one instead, because that'll be cheaper. All right, so here's the secret. The reason I buy so many cordless tools is because I'm extremely clumsy, and if something has a cord, I will usually manage to trip on the cord, pull the tool off of the bench, and break it. So for the shop, I could iron clothes with this, but it's a cheap iron. I usually try to find one for $10 at less for Chief Leaf. I'll get one from his Walmart, or I'll get one from Kmart. Are there any Kmarts left? I don't even think there are any Kmarts left. So I'm probably getting it at Walmart, maybe Target. But just a standard iron. Don't put any water in it. If you stick around long enough tonight, and maybe we'll even break at 10, right before Vincent has to leave. Nice. Right before Vincent has to, can you get an employee discount? Maybe I'll have you send me some. And write Izzo and Black Magic Mark on them. Anyway, at 10 before Vinmar leaves, I'm probably going to make myself a Bloody Mary, and I'll make him a Virgin Bloody Mary, which is basically just the Bloody Mary mix with nothing else in it. And then, but don't tell Vincent. And then maybe we'll end the stream that way. We'll see how far we get. Tomorrow night, I might. We won't live stream, but I'm going to train Vincent tonight. 2 years ago, yep. And yeah, I remember as a teenager, like hanging out at the Super K. It's so weird to think about in retrospect. Why was it so fun to just hang out at Super K? I don't know. I think they did for a while. I think it had a Street Fighter game, arcade game there that we were playing for a while. But I'm an old fart. That'd have been the mid-90s. Anyway, so my hope is in the next, because Vincent will leave at 10, and of course he's taking a dinner break right now. Tab, how you doing, Tab? Good to see you. So my goal is tonight train Vincent how to do this hot melt tape, so that way tomorrow he can finish whatever we don't get to tonight for me. Nice, good old Pac-Man. Alright, so I need some power. I'll be right back. I'm going to get an extension cord. So if you didn't see, there is a If you didn't see, there's a baby bourbon barrel update. It's a short. I'll probably make a post so that way everyone can see it. I don't know how good YouTube is about sending my regular subscribers the shorts, so I like to take chance out of the equation and post about it anyway. Thanks, some of you joining the Discord. I don't always remember to post to the Discord, but whenever you guys tag me, I'll check it. I'll at least check it at least once a day. Alright, so we're going to warm up this iron. And let's see. And it looks like a decent viewing for watching this procedure. So the bottom, so these four here, they're going to be doors. So they're going to be upright this way. Once they're installed, I'll probably have a handle here or something. In addition to taping the edges, I'm going to put a panel molding on this to make them look fancier. And the panel molding, I'll go grab a piece and show you. And the panel molding looks like this. So it's a good sized one. It's 2 inches wide. So it'll make for a nice beefy fake door. So I'll probably bring it in 2 inches from the side and go, all four sides mitering it. So probably end up doing that tomorrow. I was hoping to get some finish on some of this before the weekend, but the way things are going, the way things are going, I'll just be happy if I get everything put together and stained by Friday night, and then if I have the whole weekend to clear coat it, then I'll be okay. Because Monday, I don't care if I'm still here working a little bit, as long as in the afternoon I can load up, drive to Columbus, check into my hotel. I'm guessing that probably the hotel tour is going to be a later Monday planning session. It'll probably be like 8:30. That's the goal anyway. I'll keep you guys updated. Hey, worst case scenarios, I don't think Izzo's wife will appreciate it if I live stream the drive down, but that would be kind of fun. Oh, you know what, Chief? I like to delude myself into thinking that I can get things done and have a weekend off, but I love to work. I don't plan things good. That's almost part of it. I'm not teaching you guys how to plan your business. I'm figuring it out, and you're watching me figure it out, and one of these days it's going to work out. Yeah. I'll always have the business, but if these purse stores go well, they might get busy enough where I might actually be able to take a job with them and just be their carpenter, and that wouldn't bother me. I haven't worked for anyone for a few years, but that wouldn't bother me. And that's the kind of company where the trouble I have waking up and getting to jobs on time probably wouldn't hurt me. It could be good. So we just did our taxes, and we still make little enough that I don't know if I should be telling you. I know Izzo's wife would hate this, but I don't care. I'm honest about the business. So we make little enough that we get quite the healthy discount on our health insurance from the government. So, but we made more this year than last, and it was a little bit like because I never actually I actually don't want to return. I would rather have to pay the government a little bit on tax day. Like I'm not a return kind of guy. I want all my money up front, and I'll pay you your money later. And so for me, a good tax day is like paying a little bit. So this year we made a little bit more than last year, and we're paying. We made like 50% more this year than or last year than the year before, but my taxes went up by 4. So it's incentive for me to make sure I do just enough work to live and not so much that I have to pay the taxes. It's a funky little game I play with the government. Everyone plays it in their own way. Hey there, Peaches, how you doing? Some of the merch might start rolling in this week, so I'm guessing I'll be able to get everyone their merch before the end of the month. That's what I'm shooting for. Some of the simple stuff is coming in first: sunglasses, tape measures, t-shirts, hats, and some of the drinkware that I ordered. That's probably coming in end of next week, beginning of the following week. And then I got some of your addresses. I'll get the rest of your addresses and get that stuff out to you. So just playing the game. All right, I'm sure this thing has heated up enough. So, yeah, it's pretty warm. All right, so this stuff is so thin it's easy to break. I'm gonna put on some gloves because Oak likes to give me splinters. Where's my gloves? What is it stuck on? What are you stuck on? Oh, I keep a bunch of tools in my back pocket, and there we go. It's stuck on my hinge puller. How are you doing tonight, Peaches? Who else is here? Anyone else new? Yay, Peaches. Alright, so what I like to do for myself, I don't know if I'll encourage Vincent to do this just because he's not used to it, but I'll actually go through and I will I'm going to put air quotes around it, pre-cut all these. Because actually I'm just going to be breaking it. So, I got 4 at this side, so I know I need 8 sides. Down the road, if I decide to stop pretending that I live in poverty and actually try to make some money with this business, they make machines of various sizes to do the work that I'm about to do by hand. It would be nice to buy one of those. I haven't priced them out in a while. I think the one that the guy I worked for had at his shop, I'm going to say it was a good $1,200. And that's not like huge, but on the other hand, you guys have seen what the shop looks like. Where am I going to fit a machine like that? So that's just 4. I need 8 of those. Were you guys counting? I obviously wasn't. Chief, I had Arby's for dinner, in case you were wondering. I was originally going to have my lunch for dinner. The nice hand-packed lunch that my wife made me, but I left it at home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's 7. Here's 8. Oh, there's got a seam. Oh, you jerk. How dare you put a seam in there? I can use that later, though. Well, this roll is 250 feet. Obviously, there's no trees that long, so they're going to put a seam somewhere. But usually they do a nicer job than just taping it together like that. Oh, let's see. So then we need 8 to go across the bottoms. That one's not quite wide enough. It'll just make it for the other size. Oh, I was going to put on some copyright-free music. I'll do that after I break these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I ever was able to monetize this channel, I wonder if I can go back and edit out any copyrighted music. Because right now, obviously, I don't care. That would be fun. We should write one, Chief. Oh, cool. Nice. Is the kid a chef, or are you just spending? Oh, El Taco Macho. Cool. Taco Bell. Yes, yes. Ooh, tikka masala. Ooh, that sounds good. Excellent. Yeah, sometime before the week's over, well, I don't know. The week's gone off the rails a little bit. As usual. I was going to make some curry chicken. I probably could this weekend. I'm going to make some curry chicken. Nice. School for Bugs. That sounds fun. I can't remember what that's called. That's just because she wants to understand you better, Tab. Haha, just kidding. Alright, I guess we'll leave the gloves on for now. Oh, I need a roller, and then we're going to get some music, so that way you have a little something to listen to. Okay, the Bluetooth is connected. We'll do the music now, and then I'll go find my roller. Got a lot of Instagram notifications. I should probably go see what's going on over there, but not right now. Forever young, I want to be forever young. All right. Commercial. Let's connect. Blue? What about uninterrupted listening? I should get a Izzo money gun. Alright. What else do I need? Need a roller. If I was a roller, where would I be right now? Probably one of the hand tool boxes. Oh, thanks. Oh, I'm gonna need some files too. Okay, sorry about that. So depending on what trade you talk to, if you talk to a carpet guy, this is seam roller. If you talk to me, it's a laminate roller. It's what we're going to use to kind of put some pressure on the glue after we've got it melted on. And we'll see if you have any questions since I left. Ah, the ruin. Excellent. Working and lurking. Sweet. Working out. Woo, woo. I need to do that someday. Oh, okay, yeah. You probably have. So some of... Yeah. This is some of the stained wood from the other night. I've been doing it each night this week. Tonight we're going to turn some of them into some fake doors and drawer fronts. Alright, you just kind of get it on there. You don't ever do the whole thing. Where did I put the roller? You don't ever do the whole thing all at once. I'll usually do half if it's a thing this size. I keep the iron moving. It's not as important with this raw oak, but if it was a pre-finished maple, sometimes you can burn the finish. But since this is raw, we're going to stain it anyway. Yeah. So I'll kind of roll it flat, but then I'll lean a little, and I'll hit both edges. And when I get here near the end, I'll kind of grab it and make sure I don't, like, totally break it off. I bent it a little bit, but that's not a big deal. And we're going to cut it off anyway. That's less important here and more important if I was doing this with laminate. Because if you crack the laminate, sometimes you crack too far. Is the music too loud, or is it okay? Twitter is blowing up. Twitter's blowing up. Let's turn off the sound. Ooh, is Shelly here too? Thanks for joining. Who isn't late? Shelly? I'm late too. Oh, phone's over here. There we go. Alright, so we'll silence the notifications. And you don't have to hear the useless Twitter texts, tweets anyway. But yeah, welcome, Shelly. File. I didn't grab a file. Oh, that's annoying. I love the music from Impressional Difference. It's annoying. I'm sorry you have to go to the specialist. Alright, so once I know that I got it on here good, I actually will kind of break off those ends. Then when you're filing, you really just want to file in one direction. Vincenzo! Whoa! What's up, logo boy? What'd you get? What'd you end up getting?
Burrito!
Nice.
Yeah.
Chipotle?
I did.
Taco
I
Bell?
finished it as fast as I can. It was delicious.
Okay, cool.
Utterly fantastic.
Nice. Okay, I don't know if anyone answered. Is the music too loud or is it okay? I know it was going to say hi to you, or no, Tyler's on there too. Or Guido, excuse me. Guido, not Tyler. Who's Tyler? Guido says it's the Vincent Brogazar.
It is the Vincent Burgers live and in person. Not in person.
Alright, so, you know, we went from looking like this, and then now the end looks like it's an actual piece of wood. So that's what we're doing. So Vincent, they saw it in your first one, so you get to see one. Then I'll do one door, and then I'll let you try a door. Cool.
Oh, we're doing the sides.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we're covering all the sides. Actually, just for fun. I'm sure you all know how hot melt tape works. So just for fun. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You probably can't see it. She's bubbling. So that's why I kind of stayed on it a bit. You know, back and forth a bunch of passes. Oops, it would help to have you in front of the camera. I guess there. Now you can probably see the bubbles. But yeah, so you gotta get it decently hot, so then it'll stick on stuff. So with these first four, Vincent, I pre-cut the length for it. So we can do the sides first, and then we can do the top and bottom. That's what I usually do. And it's just a little bit bigger than the plywood.
So you can use the final.
Yep. Yep. So I'll kind of stay on there until it looks like it's staying flat. You can also like kind of pull it in a little, see what it feels like. Then you gotta roll it flat. And a little bit of pressure from the metal roller really helps it to seat well.
I'm watching the music choice.
Cool. It's thick. You know, copyright free or at least royalty free. Something's free. Well, I mean, but really, it's not free, even though that's what I searched for and that's what the playlist says. It's not free, but it's just stuff that won't get me a copyright strike, so the video will stay alive.
With my chemical romance so much.
Kind of.
This is the good really easy.
You do. I kind of fold them.
Beautiful.
Alright, so it's got a rough and a finer edge.
Yeah.
Generally, they use a finer edge.
Okay.
But when you're filing, you really can only cut in one direction. So once you figure out that direction, you can file. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we can hit it with a sander. And then we're going to re-stain parts of this, so. You see, I just got like bare a little bit of an angle.
Yeah. We'll figure that out.
All things in sometimes with the sand it. It's all good.
Keep that at like a slight angle. Pull off this up.
Yeah. Alright, now we can do the water ones. To do that, since they're fairly tall, you actually set something on the ground. And then, you know, it's not, you're not holding it way up here.
Yeah. You mean shorter one?
I don't know what I said.
I'm not kidding.
Did I give you a pair of these gloves before?
No, but I have a couple.
Okay.
Set it.
It might be good. It'll keep you from burning yourself, and the oak is nice and splintery.
That's true. Just gotta figure out how to get back there.
Where are they at?
They're right over there.
We'll probably duck under that ladder. Good thing we're not superstitious around here, right?
Just a little stitches.
Just regular stitches,
Yeah.
not superstitious.
Alright.
So when you're doing these, Logo Boy,
Yep.
you could do like both of the long sides before you file it, or you can file each side as you go.
Mhm.
Whatever makes the most sense for you, whatever you're comfortable with.
I like it. That's what I'm doing tomorrow.
What?
That's what I'm doing tomorrow.
That's what we're doing for the rest of the night and what you're doing tomorrow. Yes.
Beautiful.
I may or may not be here.
You will be missed.
Oh, thanks. So even when it looks like I'm pulling back, I'm not putting any pressure down, so I'm not really cutting anything. I want to take you a little bit into this. Yeah, not a problem. What would be neat is if I had another iron.
There you go. Let's do this.
Right, needs to do it. Or we can just do a production. One of us can iron and one can file.
That's true. But I think you're doing it.
Really?
Where it is, I'm not sure. But it's
And green.
yeah.
Cool.
Lime green.
Really?
I only know this from the many hours I spent.
Yep.
I just gotta look like, I want to say it's the one on that shelf, so go over to the video.
Yeah, take a peek.
I will.
Alright, but did this make sense what you just saw?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so now, it's only partially stained, but now our piece of plywood is pretending to be a piece of solid wood. And once we stain it up, it'll look sweet.
Oh boy.
That's awesome. Oh, look at this. Oh, you guys are chatting. I love this. Music is great. Yeah, that's about where I was. Which has teeth, the file or something else? Nice. Oh, sweet. Last thing I built was actually a Slave 1. That was quite a few years ago, though. Season 3 of what? The Mandalorian? I assume you guys are talking about. No spoilers. I haven't watched the second episode yet. I'll hurt you people. Just kidding.
You will.
Nice. Alright. Don't worry about looking for the other iron.
Sounds good.
I wonder what it is you found, because I'm pretty sure I don't own a green iron. I'm pretty sure I had another orange one at some point.
Also might have been orange, but I feel like it was a tiny bit smaller than. And again, it also could be in the office.
I try to keep the channel clean, so if the music swears, I apologize. I try to have my parental things up. If it's bad, I'll skip it. Cool. Alright, do you want to iron or do you want to file?
Took an iron at the moment.
Alright. Alright, so for these three, I've got your parts cut already.
Beautiful.
So, go ahead. I get to stare at you. Get to watch you work.
Oh. It's an honor.
If I was smarter, I'd have more people working for me and I'd be watching all of them working. But I like to do it myself too much. So I don't remember if I said it out loud before for you when you were here.
Yeah.
I usually just kind of stuff happens at first on these longer ones.
Sounds good.
Yep. And make sure you overhang a little bit. It looks like you are on the outside. It doesn't have to be even. Yeah, as long as you're overhanging a little. Although honestly, if you go a little further, it's easier to break it off.
That's solid again.
He's in a band.
I am in a band. You should check us out. We are called the Blue Alien Band.
Do you have a YouTube channel or just on
I
Instagram?
think we're just on Instagram only.
Blue Alien Band on Instagram.
Yo.
Ah, okay, cool. That is kind of funny. The ruin. Nice. Yeah, I can handle that. I have the technology. Banter. I love banter. I think we're up to 127 subs unless someone subbed today. Not quite where we're watching me shave a mustache.
Not the mustache.
Yes, the
How many months
mustache.
you still have for?
Couple weeks. Actually,
Couple weeks.
so I got an extension on it. Normally I'd be shaving it Monday.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. Is it nice? Not for me. For the wife it is.
Any extensions is anything.
I'm sorry, what?
Any extensions anything.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. A secret. Izzo's wife doesn't watch these, so I could say things about Izzo's wife. So not this year, but usually, I don't know why. Maybe like the curls are actually behaving this year perfectly. But usually a couple weeks before the appointed shave time, I usually get bored of it. But I will never shave it early, because you know you give 2 weeks, and then they want 2 weeks the next year, so you got to be careful. Rise was crazy. I'm so glad that I was a psycho and I went that first week, because the guns were working properly for me. Alright, so doing it that way, you won't have enough pressure.
Yeah.
If it's any more comfortable for you, I like to hold it like this. I feel like I get more pressure,
Yeah.
and I feel more balanced. What you were doing wasn't wrong. It's just, I wanted to offer that to you in case it felt more comfortable for you.
I feel like I have less ability, but it's less pressure on my wrist.
Okay. So either way, it doesn't take a lot.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I
take
feel
a
the
lot.
iron dust ball how you like to.
Alright, so why don't you, so we're gonna eventually turn this into a slight production, but hang on. Okay, it feels like it's appeared though, Mike. So that's good. So go ahead and, you can even leave it. Go ahead and do the other side now. And then once you've done both long sides, you can hand it off to me and start doing the long sides on the next one, and I'll file those. Sound okay?
Sounds better.
Oh, and at around 10 o'clock, we're gonna, I told some of the chat here, some of you were here, we're gonna do Bloody Marys tonight. One with vodka in it for me and one with nothing in it for him. Would you even like that, or there's root beer and stuff. He can drink whatever he wants. I'm making Bloody Marys. But, Logo Boy is not drinking with me for 4 years?
17. Yep.
4 years? Okay, cool. But then we'll bring him to Izzo's place, in whatever form Izzo's place exists at, in that point.
Maybe we're going more media.
That's funny.
The shock will be floating. Alcohol will be even better. I'm loving the mix. Good stuff.
Sometimes the screamo makes me laugh. Like, I know they're serious musicians about what they're doing, and sometimes I can get into it. Sometimes it's just very amusing. It is fun. Cherry Coke, nice. Went on I can't even call it an estimate. Went on a just like a first meeting with a customer this morning, and it's probably a project for June. If for some reason Ruin and his brother aren't busy, maybe they can work with me on it. But it's a full basement, so they're gonna want one room, one section turned into like a bourbon / cigar enjoyment area, and then extra spicy ginger beer, yeah. And so they want one section. It's gonna be like a spot where he and the boys can enjoy their bourbon and their cigars. Another spot like kitchenette for when they're like have family and friends over, like a little gathering spot, eat and drink. Like nothing with a they don't want a stove down there. They don't want to do any cooking. Like mostly like wine refrigerator, beverage cooler, dishwasher, just to make life easier when they're partying. Then another room's gonna be just storage, tucked away storage. Another room's gonna be the kids area, and then a small bathroom and a utility room. So should be fun. The builder they were working with, they didn't want to pay for all the upgrades at the time, which that's understandable. And also the upgrades weren't quite as custom as they wanted. So for the basement, he just said, "Leave it open." He's like, "Just give me walls and we're good." So now he'll have Izzo come out this summer and give him a bunch of different rooms and areas. So that'll be fun. Let's see, who is this? Let Me Go by the Royals. Not Let It Go, Let Me Go.
You sing Let Me Go, no, let it go over. Let it go. Cool.
Alright, that's good. Please do the next one. I'll hop over here and file it.
I love it. No, I'm predicting. By the time I look tonight, I will have burned myself at least once.
Do you want gloves?
I would not mind them. But I also
do you want these ones or you want the ones like the cutlets like I got?
Use these.
Okay. If if you find that you can't feel the material while you're working with it, let me know. I'll get you a pair of cutlets. I should put these on anyway.
Even with the gloves on, put a collar.
Okay.
At least one.
Fella that worked with me at the cabinet shop, was somehow always burning like his arms.
Really?
It's like I can understand burning your fingers. Like how are you burning your whole arm?
I poured boiling water on my foot when I was working at Firehouse.
Nice.
It went down my
That's comfortable.
Oh, it was. While the customer was watching, so I couldn't start jumping up and down.
If anyone in the chat wants to join in, let us know your crazy work accidents or crazy work stories. So I was a kind of weirdo. I would do stuff for money. So at Dairy Queen, I made $10 once eating a piece of chocolate out of the dishwater. I've drank various hot sauces for money when my friends and I have been out. Not recently, mostly as a teenager. When I worked at the Dairy Queen, I used to pop a cookie dough piece or two in my mouth when I was walking through the cooler. And some genius saw me doing that and decided to try to steal a whole duffel bag full of cookies. And he was promptly fired. Like, how do you get stealing a duffel of cookies from me eating 2 pieces of cookie dough, buddy?
I stole pickles. They had a box of pickles. And you know, we were like at 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'd be really hungry because we're like 30 minutes so pleasant. So I pop a couple of pickles in my mouth along with many large Cokes and things after that.
Go for it. Obviously, at Dairy Queen, they would throw out the food in the kitchen every night. Well, I mean, the stuff that was cooked up and sitting there. Yeah. And some of the kitchen staff used to cook a few extra by accident right before closing.
That's crazy.
And then they'd work with whoever was closing stock down. And there'd be a bag of burgers and chicken next to the dumpster. The things kids do.
So now that I'm no longer working there, not the iron. That's all that matters. Yeah, but I make sure there was an accidental Philly cheesesteak or meatball sub sitting in my car again.
No wonder prices are so high. And who knows what Chief has been stealing from Walmart.
True.
I'm kidding, Chief. I'm sure you're not stealing stuff. Oh, thanks. So, going to the parks by yourself. I haven't quite done a Reese's, oh boy. You know what I'd like to get for Izzo's wife from Walmart? I'm sure they have it other places, but I only see it at Walmart, is the Kit Kats that are mint and chocolate. And then she gets mad at me, because they're too good. She'll eat them all. So I have to be careful with that. She'll be briefly happy and then slightly mad and then happy and then mad and then, yep.
It's a little question.
What was I talking about? Oh, Alone in the Parks. So so I've only had partial days alone in the park so far because at the tail end of the 2019 trip I went on with some family members. Like I started out the first day without anyone because they were flying in, and I had driven in, and I ended the last day. The last day was fun because so once I was by myself, I was just in Hollywood Studios, and I couldn't get back on Rise of the Resistance because it was just the virtual queue back then. And then I agree, Tab. Thank you. I am honored by your words. And so I rode single rider. Smuggler's Run. I rode it like 13 times in a row, and actually that was a blast. And when you're riding single rider, you usually end up being an engineer, but just going on with other families was cracking me up. Once I was one person and there was 5 in a family, and they didn't speak a word of English. They were some sort of Spanish speaking people, and watching them freak out just the way that I was freaking out earlier in English was just awesome. And then my most recent little day trip that I did in December, I wasn't there alone very much until Pete and Tomorrowland Traveler showed up. So I've never had a full day alone in the park, but the partial days I've had have been pretty relaxing. What? Chief obsessed with something? Not surprised.
How are you, Chris?
Cool. Alright, and I got that one behind you. Well, you know what? Just concentrate on the long ones. Oh, and don't have that face down too low.
There we go.
It would take a while to burn anything down.
Particle board.
Let's not take a chance.
I don't blame you at all.
But yeah, go ahead and do the long ones on that too, and then go back and do the short ones on that.
Got it.
Cool,
Mr.
thanks.
Ism. The cut is here for.
Shoot. Is it visible on the face? It's not. Okay, good. No. In that case. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do? So here, Vincent found something neat. Oh, you know what? This is a door. This is not a drawer. But still, as long as we put the hinges on this side, we'll be okay. All right. So Lovo Boy found a cut in the wood, so it doesn't go all the way through to the face. And if I put this on the hinge side and I put a little bit of wood filler in there, no one's ever going to see it. So we're going to go ahead and go with it. He's going to cover up this part of it with tape anyway, so we'll just have a little slice in the back, but we'll disguise it before the job's done.
What cut?
What cut? I don't see no cut. Can't see it from Cleveland when it's in Columbus.
There you go. All perspective, people.
Before you go, I will need to see you file one or two,
That's fine.
just so I'm comfortable with you doing it tomorrow. If I'm not here.
I'll probably be
How lucky is this kid?
so lucky.
My after-school job was Dairy Queen. He gets to come to a cabinet shop.
I gotta hang out with Izzo. The Izzo.
Yeah, maybe you should be paying me. No, I'm
I
kidding.
don't think so.
I did consider that, like turning the shop into a tech school, and people have to pay me to come work
There you
here.
go.
But if you look around the shop, I am neither organized enough nor clean enough to teach people here. Not in a class session. Like learning on the job is fine.
I did make coffee the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Found,
How was it?
it wasn't bad
Okay.
until I found I was sweating up in it. That was nice.
So what?
It was like, you know, a couple, you know, maybe 5. So yeah, that's what it is.
Oh.
Like a coating
Ooh.
of mud.
Oh boy. Well, there you go.
So there you go. I'm like, you know, it was covered in dust.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, you know, I was like, that's more on me.
Oh boy.
Well,
Well, maybe by the time we build the Izzo's bar.
There you go.
Maybe we'll splurge on a Keurig.
We might. I might have an extra one just sitting in our garage.
Really?
If I can find it, I will donate it to his place.
Okay. You don't even have to donate. You can donate it. You can just let it be here.
There you go. It's just chilling.
You can take it with you if you ever need it.
I love
Or if I ever fire you.
it. I'll quit.
You can't fire me. I quit. What do you think, chat? Should I fire him?
He fires me, I get severance. I think.
I'll be your internet dad, Chief. You're not the first internet dad. I have some other internet children. So the only thing I can say about the Frozen Ever After retheme is at least they made it longer. Like usually with a retheme, it feels like they make things shorter. So while I like Maelstrom better as a ride, I'm impressed that they actually made the ride longer. That's my thoughts, and I'm sticking to them. Alright, so as you saw, I pre-cut all those.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go nuts right now and pre-cut all these too. So you won't have to do any cutting.
Go nuts.
Nine 23. So I'll tell you what, after you get those two on, why don't you file them so I can watch you and give you tips.
I like it. I like it a lot.
He likes it a lot. Oh, how many do there? 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So maybe 8 of those.
So, does Brad just leave his trucks here?
Yes.
Overhead?
Yeah, no one really messes with them. He keeps them locked. There's actually, if we ever needed it, there is a security camera on the end of the building. And it's mostly aimed at the pallet guy stuff, but you could totally see our trucks in the pictures. I've seen it.
Yeah.
So if we ever had anything crazy happen, I could go to them for the security tapes. Yep.
Last time I saw those pallet guys, they were shooting BB guns at
Yeah, what?
at the door.
Nice.
Not our door,
Nice.
but like there. It was like.
You hear some interesting yelling and screaming coming from them during the
Yeah.
day.
Oh, it's hilarious. I love it. When I used to do those like long, 8 hours here during
Yeah.
the day, you were sick and stuff.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, they're quite loud and funny.
They are funny, silly gooses, as a buddy of mine says. Beautiful. So we're gonna start filing off this one?
So what I do, if I file something right away, I will actually flip it and do the other one first.
That's
Only
the one
because
that
it's
goes
cooled a
down.
little bit. Yeah, yeah. It probably doesn't matter. It's just like a little thing I like to do. You know?
Your boss. So when some more Izzo's cooking videos coming out?
I have the Beef Wellington Part 2 partially edited. I need to finish that one. It's a lot longer than the first one. And if I do curry chicken this weekend, I will video that.
Get ready, chat. Get ready. You doing like ASMR thing?
It just depends on how what the audio sounds like. Man, forgot what I was counting.
Okay.
Pretty sure I was on 16. No, it's all good. It's all good, little boy.
I've only used my line one time tonight. That's pretty impressive.
I'm impressed. Alright, there might be one extra here, and that's fine.
Never a bad thing.
Alright, so I got a couple of files there. Probably the one with the red handle is better.
Yeah.
And both the rough side of the red handled one is really rough, so just make sure you're using the fun side. I gotta find a file card. Every once in a while you need to clean the crap out of the teeth.
Alright.
Well, I'll locate that for you.
Let me use this one.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I could do a bigger version of the bacon football. I just made a short out of that.
Football.
But I could do a bigger version of that.
I think I saw it like in passing.
We'll let the chat pick. Alright, all 7 of you. Do you want to see a longer version of the bacon football recipe? Or do you want beef Wellington part 2? Or do you want chicken curry? Yeah, positive works. Quantum physics. Just be yourself, Chief. Don't just be yourself. Unless being yourself is too crazy. Wellington 2 and curry. Chief votes the football. What was the first option? First option was probably the Wellington. So I have on my other channel. I have a beef Wellington recipe, and so the first time I did it, I didn't put the mushroom duxelles in it. So this time I put a mushroom duxelle in it, and I made a port wine sauce for it, and those were so good. Oh my goodness. So, and that makes the video long enough. I might even separate it. I might like have the mushroom duxelle by itself, and then show the Wellington on its own. I don't know, or maybe even it might even be 3 videos. Do the port wine sauce as a 3rd video. So yeah, so we have beef Wellington part 2. I could also just repost the Wellington one from the other channel, and then everyone can see the first time I did it, and then curry chicken or the bacon football. Those would be the choices.
I'm saying bacon football. Just because the name.
Okay, cool. I'll before we quit, I'll scan the chat real quick. But you're saying bacon football?
I'm saying bacon football.
Funny story. While we're working here, did you just do the one side so far?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. Yeah.
Sweet.
I love it.
Beautiful.
I love it. Yeah, and because I want something to do. Yeah, go ahead and finish that one. That's fine. I'll stand here for a little bit. What time is it? 9:30. Got a half hour.
I love this thing. Is this Slipknot?
I don't even know. Let's find out. Okay, I'll repost it. Where's Spotify? It's a band called In Shallows,
Do not know them.
and the song is At Your Mercy.
I don't know what song they're on.
If anyone didn't hear when we said earlier, oh, I think I already repeated this, so this will be the 3rd time. So, Bloody Mary tonight, plus whatever he's drinking that doesn't have any alcohol in it.
Alcohol.
No alcohol for you!
4 more years, chat. 4 more grueling years.
wait to go back and rewatch that and see what that looks like.
Just make a loop of it. And then put it with you spin the
Was it good? I can't wait to go back and look at it. It is quite long. I kind of comb it back and stuff, but ever since COVID started, I've been growing it out. These gloves don't work on the iPad.
Alright, so you should see if you can put it in the man bun. Am I doing any staining tomorrow? Just this.
I doubt it. This is gonna take you a while.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I could be wrong. Did you do any staining with me? I don't remember.
I don't think so, but I mean,
I will stop in at some point. Like if I'm not here and you get close to done with the filing, then give me a text, see where I'm at.
Sure.
I'll run in because we also got to do some mitering,
Okay.
and we're gonna put some panel mold on there.
Beautiful.
So if you're getting through the tape stuff, I'll run in and start mitering things.
Cool.
We'll shoot it together and start staining it.
I love it. I'll probably be here around
You're just-
4-ish.
Okay, and you're just working tomorrow, right?
Yeah, not Friday. Friday I've got stuff.
Ooh, someone has a knife.
This is my life. You got baby bourbon barrel.
Baby bourbon barrel.
It's still a miracle I've not burned myself yet.
Good job.
I'm gonna get myself a surprise on the way home. Stop by Dollar Tree, get myself a little crap plastic trophy. Says you're the number one dad. Something like that.
That sounds good.
From Aunt Mam, you know, number one grandma.
Yeah.
Excited for Loki season 2.
Oh yeah, should be fun.
Oh yeah.
I bet your life is exciting.
Who's
Chief Leaf.
she?
I mean, with a name like Chief Leaf,
It's gotta be an
it's
exciting
gotta be
one.
exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been to Disneyland.
Oh,
I haven't been to Disneyland.
never.
Someday he's going to Disneyland Tokyo. I'm gonna see if I can meet him there just for fun.
One of these days, probably tomorrow. I don't think I'll be needing it anytime soon, but I'll get you back your router.
Okay. Not worried about it. This
Yeah.
boy mate is making himself an electric guitar. He had to steal materials from me and borrow tools. Just crazy.
Ridiculous.
And then charges me while he goes and eats dinner. Unbelievable. It's a good thing I like you.
Who knows where I would be without Chris? I mean, Enzo. I don't know who this Chris is. This is.
Cool. So go ahead and do the short ends now, yeah. And those are over there.
A new way to nitro is here. Try the new Starbucks Cinnamon Caramel Cream Nitro Cold Brew. Flavored to perfection with delicious notes of cinnamon and caramel. Smooth, creamy cold foam and velvety nitro cold brew. Order yours on the Starbucks app.
Whether it's creating new playlists or doing your taxes, sometimes it's easier if someone does all the work for you.
Everyone get your taxes done.
TurboTax
I just picked mine up today.
will leave you with taxes and file it for you, so you can do not taxes. Relax. TurboTax has got this.
Oh, there you go.
With TurboTax to get a breakdown of your music and a custom playlist without doing anything. Just tap once and we'll do the rest.
I have an issue there. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Expert as your taxes required.
5,
At Carvana,
6,
we're in the business of driving
9,
massive
10.
with
Okay.
the widest selection of used cars.
All right, Chief. This is the first time I've been disappointed in you. You are a math major. Why aren't you doing your mom's taxes?
Down and monthly payments.
I'm just teasing you.
Tens of thousands of
I'm
cars
not disappointed. I'm just teasing.
into your budget, and you won't be surprised when they go speeds. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to shop for a vehicle. Carvana will drive you happy. Online
When that stuff gets unraveled, it gets unraveled.
Sure does.
I'm gonna just make sheets of line right now.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that is.
Absolutely. I'm just teasing. Chief didn't leave, did he? I know, like, technically I should, like, be paying the government quarterly, and I'm just too lazy. Just make my accountant do it all at the end of the year. I probably pay him a little extra because I do that to him, and I know that I pay at least like a $12 fee for not doing it the right way, but for me, 25 is, oh good, he's still here, yay. For me, like, $12 is worth my procrastination.
Is this the cutoff? Because it's definitely not, it's the short one.
It's too short.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. It'll actually, it's just barely big enough for one of these, so
Okay.
we're gonna need you here.
Beautiful. So how many stores does the place have? Does it have the one in Kentucky?
I'm sorry, what?
How many per store are there? There's one in Kentucky?
There's 3 total.
Three.
There's one in Pinecrest in Orange. There's one in Crocker Park,
Cracker Park.
and then and then Lexington. Ooh, Peach is cool. So what day is it? Peaches? Is it arms? Is it legs? Is it cardio? Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I've had the same accountant for like 15 years. Like I had him do it even when, and it was the accountant that my boss used anyway. So like he had all my information. It just made it easier. And as much as I enjoy math and numbers, I haven't done my own taxes in 15 years. But and you know, with the business and with deductions and with so I just had him do it. If anyone's local, it's Gray and McCrone. They do, in my opinion, a good job. They do a good job. Working out and working out. Okay, all of these are pre-cut, and the roll is quite depleted, so I figured 250-foot roll would do it. Thank goodness it did. And this also if I made any mistakes cutting them, or if like one breaks on you while you're trying to put it on, we got extra.
Oh,
So that'll be good.
good stuff, good stuff.
And if not, I could have got like a cheap roll from Menards, but it's only like 25 foot. Awesome.
Good old man.
That is the thing. Like math isn't just math. There's so many different aspects of it. I should do anything. I should do any kind of working out. Any kind. But I don't. What time is it? 9:42. Alright, so I'll start filing again. You can be Iron. You can be Iron Man.
Iron Food.
And I'll be File Boy. Yeah.
I used to be Moss Boy. Now I'm Iron Man. So I'm liking the step up.
Yep. I was thinking I should research and find out what the easiest doctorate is to get, just so I could be Dr. Izzo. And then when people ask me to like look at something on their arm or face or something, I'm not that kind of doctor.
So you can occasionally call it the Doctor Who.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Dr. Mr. is a
See, and I like your optimism. You're like, I'm gonna get all the way through these things tomorrow, and I'm gonna need the stain stuff. And that's usually how I think too. But I look at this pile and I'm like, you'll be lucky to get them done. But I would love it if you would surprise me.
the last thing I did was
But I would love it if you'd surprise me. All right, so and we're gonna try to keep them separate. So, which pile did you take that off? That one.
that one.
So we'll try to keep, because these are just a little bit different, and these are a bit different.
Okay.
So as we get them done, we're gonna keep them in separate
I
piles.
like it. I get
I mean, it's not a big deal if we don't.
These two are finished.
It's easy to measure.
Those
Oh.
are just chilling there.
Go ahead and do the shorts on that. I'm sorry.
The shorts were okay.
Yeah.
Let me finish this real quick.
Finish this real quick.
The shorts.
The shorts. So the first little band I was in, we didn't really do much. It was me on cello and a guy on guitar. We called ourselves Monotony Broken. And my stage name was Doc Tozy for some reason, but I'm not a doctor. Then my second band was the Mad Cow Medics,
Oh, the Mad Cow Medics.
and my stage name was Elvis Costello. And that was fun, and I wore a cow suit. I will eventually find video and upload it. And if I can't find video, I'll at least put up some pictures and some audio. That would have been cool. Let's see, what covers did we do? The Mad Cows did a really fun cover of Goo Goo Doll's Name. And I do somewhere have a recording of that. Some of the other covers we did, I don't have a
A couple on CD, right?
Oh, cool. Excellent. Okay. Nice text. Nothing you need to hear about. Yeah, Phantom would be fun. I'm pretty sure for the cello shots, I know for the cello shots I had downloaded a bunch of sheet music, and I'm sure that I probably did some sort of Phantom medley. So I will look into that. Yeah, absolutely. I love nothing better than embarrassing myself. So there's some embarrassing pictures in those band pictures. So yeah,
Whereas you dressed as a
for
cow.
sure. Yeah, like the stupid cow suit with the udder right here. Yeah. Where was I?
He told me to do the shorts, so that's.
Thank you. And this one came from that pocket, right? I'll measure it. I'll measure it and double check.
I want to say yes.
It is.
Stain.
Hey,
Yeah.
Culligan,
Okay.
sustainability and better water. Here's Sam.
Hey, Culligan, I'm really
Alright, so as you're filing, if you like notice anything coming off, it's not a problem to like reheat it a little bit, re-roll it.
Is that one coming off?
It might, I'm about to find out. No, it's good. It's a tiny bit. I'll show you. So it's not much, it's just
Oh, yeah.
just barely. So if you just hold it there for 2 seconds, that's good.
Today, I'm taking smooth skin
Yeah.
and soft.
And if it reactivates the glue, it's not a problem. Yeah, just realized if you, you're supposed to leave right at 10, I imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
What was it?
after you get that one on, let's go to break for the evening.
Good start.
And you can drink whatever non-alcoholic thing you want from the shop, and I'm gonna make myself a Bloody Mary.
Alright, good a lot.
Get your head in the clouds with Nimbus. Award-winning, light as a cloud, pure air. It's precipitating refreshing. Cumulus Nimbus is brewed right here in Columbus, Ohio by Seven Sun Brewing Company. Good beer people. Available at stores in Ohio that sell good beer. What's in your fridge? A lot cooler.
After I hung out with the chat for a bit, I might come back and finish taping just those two, just so they can be on this pile.
Sounds good. You say you can tape without me.
Just, well, you're gonna tape without me. It's only fair.
Yes. I will miss the smell of boiling glue as it touches that boat.
Well, you want to smell it. You're lucky you didn't work with me when I was in my kitchen refacing phase.
Oh yeah?
That stuff, like the laminate glue.
For sure.
Hoof. Let's just say hoof. This is Sweet Coins with their song Worth It.
Are you with it?
Oh, yeah, like hold it up. There we go. If you guys can see the bag. Oh, look at these kids. Oh well. So, very important. What would be very important when you're done doing whatever job you're doing here?
You steal a whole bunch of stuff.
No, don't steal my stuff. Just unplug the iron.
Yeah.
That would be important.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I didn't mind high school. I didn't like junior high. Junior high, I had issues. Oh, there's like a bunch of tech. I haven't watched it yet. I will watch it. Today was a little crazy day. Oh, you remember part of that? I remember part of that. Yep. But he was also a murderer, Chief. Don't forget that part. It's tragic, but he was a murderer. I'm Team Raoul. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I like them both.
That's the wrong scene.
Oh, snap.
Oh yeah. I'm going there as a...
Are you done?
I am.
All right, why don't you unplug that thing? We'll head over to the lunchroom / hangout / whatever.
/ spider infested coffee.
I'm so sorry. Like, where were the spiders? In the machine or in the coffee ground?
That's the thing, I'm not sure.
Oh boy,
There's a couple cups too.
that's disturbing. So apparently, Logo Boy made some coffee and was attacked by spiders. It's disconcerting.
Oh, it's a good time. I have met new friends.
That's a common experience too, the ruin. That's a common experience too. Alright, so what did you want? Did you want to try the Bloody Mary mix without the alcohol?
Sure, why not?
Alright.
Let's do it.
So I picked this up. So Menards is like a Home Depot or a Lowe's, but it also has like a little grocery thing. So I just grabbed this from Menards. And so we'll try it. It's punched up peppery heat. It's three flames out of 5. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I need to get some better glasses for a Bloody Mary.
There's some fancy stuff.
Yeah, I think we'll just do the rocks glasses. Although, where's the other one? Is it dirty? It's probably dirty.
Yep,
I'll give you the clean one, since obviously I am the one that drank out of this one.
Maybe the spiders.
I should get a little tiny dishwasher, I suppose. Maybe the spiders will clean them for me if I ask nice enough.
Maybe.
Ooh, Blood Orange Margarita. Yes, Bloody Mary time, absolutely. There are some nutritional aspects. I love it. It's got a tiny bit of calcium.
There you go.
It's got 20% of my sodium intake. Yeah, I don't know if there's... Like, if I made it out of real ingredients, there might be
So
some
tell me what's in
nutritional...
it.
I don't know. Let's find out. So what is in it anyway?
I'm not a big
Ingredients: water, tomato paste, Worcestershire sauce, vinegar, molasses, corn syrup, water, salt, caramel color, garlic powder, sugar, spices, tamarind natural flavor, hot sauce, distilled vinegar, aged cayenne, red pepper, salt, xanthan gum, garlic powder, horseradish, steak sauce, and then so a whole bunch of stuff. So it's very savory.
Yeah, I'm not a big spice guy, so let me
Okay.
tell you tell me what you think. and then
Okay.
try.
I don't care if we dirty a glass. Why don't you just take a sip,
There you go.
and then you'll know if you like it or not. And if
Very
you want
true.
more, you can have more. And then in 4 years, we can add alcohol to it. Glug 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 glug. Sometimes if I'm...
That's tasty. Yeah, sure.
Oh, you like it? You want some more? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Sometimes if I'm being,
There you go.
what? Cheap, I'll just get some spicy V8 and throw alcohol in it. It does sound like... Yeah, that's true. Ooh, what is this? Is this yours?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
my,
okay, cool.
That was my burrito. Thank you. I forgot about it. I was
Cool,
most
cool,
definitely going to forget it.
Let's see what I got in here. Oh, that's right. Okay. So we're gonna finish off the Kirkland vodka. And then I'll just have potato vodka here. And yes, it's in a whiskey bottle. Guess I'm not finishing it. I guess there's a lot more than I realized. Yeah, putting the V8, I imagine the V8 is probably healthier than this Bloody Mary mix. And honestly, you put some vodka in a spicy V8 and it tastes great. Grab yourself a stick of celery or something else and throw it in there. Ooh, bag of oranges. That's healthy. I need to get a stirrer. I'm gonna have to add that onto the list. I need a stirrer. I need a martini shaker. We can do the wine next time.
You got a skinny
Sometime.
spoon in there.
I have a silverware drawer. Totally forgot I have a silverware drawer.
I organized it.
You organized it.
I did.
My goodness, you're useful.
Oh, yes, I am. I guess that's why he keeps me around.
Yeah, I found someone that doesn't whine when I don't have enough work, and I make him go clean the shop for me.
Here you go.
Love it. Yeah, I got nothing for a condiment. I could put some cracked black pepper in this and pretend like I'm doing something. It's liquid magic. We'll pretend like something's going on. Oh. Logo boy worth every penny. Yes. The only thing I haven't yet asked him to clean the toilet.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I've seen that bathroom without it, being dirty. I'm not touching it.
It's not that bad. If I ever want to have customers here, I will have to make sure I keep it a little nicer, though. Yeah, and steak sauce. Definitely. That's not bad. I'm surprised at how decent that is. So, Bloody Mary mix from Menards. Well, it's Famous Dave's or something like that. So I don't know. Maybe that's a better brand than I realized.
Famous Dave's is the barbecue joint.
Is it?
It is. It's pretty good
Cool.
barbecue, too. I think they have one on the
Do we
west
ha-
side.
Okay, yeah, that sounds familiar. I think I've eaten there.
I really like it, actually. I mean, my dad go there a lot.
Cool.
And then they got one by Cedar Point. I go there a lot.
Oh.
Cedar Point's. It's like right outside the park. Like, where the
Shoot,
Val
Cedar
Raven
Point.
is.
I have to.
Renew your thing.
No, I renewed it. I need to invoice someone. I did some work out in Sandusky. I've never invoiced them. Oops. It was almost a month ago. Which does? The, a Bloody Mary or something else? Don't forget to take your burrito with you
Yeah.
when you go. Nice. Maybe it's the spices that give you the Well, it is a fabulous place to drink.
With the chef.
The Mexico Pavilion in Epcot.
Good stuff.
Maybe somehow enough, I'll have enough scratch when you turn 21 and we'll have a company picnic at Epcot Center.
There you go. I'm all for it.
Or if it does happen, it'll be one of those lame company picnics where you have to pay for yourself.
Then I'm quitting.
Who hired you anyway?
I don't know. Some vision.
La 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 la.
Is it working trash?
No, throw it in the bucket. I mean, there is some trash in there by accident, but throw it in the bucket. Nice. Or maybe the YouTube channel will be big enough you can have an Izzo's Place meeting.
There you go. Live stream the whole
We'll
thing.
collide with the Carney crew and run over everyone.
I like it. Good stuff. I haven't been to Epcot in a hot minute.
When were you there last? What ride did you ride?
We did the whole day there, 2019.
Didn't you just go back?
Yeah, but we only did Hollywood.
Okay.
2 days in Hollywood.
Okay. You did Star Wars Land?
Of course.
Did you like it?
It was phenomenal.
Did you get attacked by stormtroopers?
Yes. And BB-8.
Ooh, excellent.
Yeah.
BB-8 was out?
BB-8 was on. And a little kid with a lightsaber. Hit me in the back. Rise of the
That wasn't a
Resistance.
cast member, right?
No, just a random little kid.
Just a random little kid.
Yeah.
I can't believe he would cut you like that. Did you
I
pretend
know.
to die?
I did.
Good.
Then he hit Brendan. It was a whole thing. It's awesome.
Muppets are so good.
We
What else
did
did you
do
do? Did you
Muppets.
do all the rides? You did Muppets?
We did
you do Tower
everything
of Terror?
there. We tried to get on Tower of Terror and then it
Mhm.
closed down.
Ah, bummer. That happens
Yeah.
sometimes.
It does happen. We got on Rise of the Resistance.
I sure
Phenomenal
will.
Ride.
I sure will, Tab. She's probably asleep already, but I'll tell her when we wake up. Thanks for hanging out, Tab. Appreciate it. We probably won't do a long hangout on Friday. We'll probably just do a recap. Yeah, who knows? I'll probably be working, so maybe we will. I am going to try to, Izzo's dad's coming home Saturday from the rehab center, so I may try to go get a bunch of work done. So I might be there Friday evening. So we'll see. Recap might be late. Recap might be weird. We'll see. Even with the guns not working, Rise is an awesome ride. Do you know what I mean by that?
Say it one more time.
So the guns before you get to Kylo Ren the last time
Yeah.
are supposed to go in and out,
Yeah.
and your car's supposed to stop and start.
Okay.
So the car probably still starts and stops because
Yeah.
it's programmed, but the guns don't move back and forth anymore.
Yeah. I don't know what. Yeah. I was really impressed by the size of the thing. I mean.
Yeah.
It was,
Like the when you see the walkers,
oh,
are you an AT-AT or are you an AT-AT kind of person?
I don't know. I think I'm an
Are you
AT-AT kind
AT-AT?
of guy.
Are you AT-AT or are you wrong?
I'm an AT-AT.
Okay,
I'm not wrong.
no, I'm just kidding. No,
I'm not,
it's
I'm not
whatever
one for the
anyone
chicken
wants.
walkers.
Oh, chicken walkers, that's fun. Sure. Someday. That'll be an achievement you have to unlock.
What will be?
How Izzo and Izzo's wife got together.
Ah. I feel like you have told me the story.
Have I?
I think so.
Mm.
I think it was after the concert. One of those videos just popped up the other day.
We have discussed that had we met any sooner, if we had met earlier in our life, we may not have liked each other at all. We've discussed that. So we met at the right time. Also, I can't remember. I've seen pictures of you, Chief. I really got to know Izzo's wife 2 weeks after my lady that cuts my hair started waxing my unibrow off, and I had gotten rid of the rust bucket car, and it was a really old car, but I got a 1985 Volvo 240 DL, and it was a Southern car, So yeah. So suddenly I had two eyebrows, and I had a car that if you squinted at it, it might look like a Mercedes or a Beamer. It wasn't. I mean, but Volvos are nice, but it was older. I mean, it was already so. When I bought that, that car was already 14 years old, but it was
Before-
in great shape.
That was after the motorcycle, right? Or before?
I've had a motorcycle a long time, so I had him. Oh, that was the other thing with Izzo's wife is her dad was a Harley guy. So first family dinner I went to, I rode my Honda there, so that was got points that way. Nice. How often do you get haircuts? I get mine. I usually do 5 weeks, and it's funny. The lady cuts my hair. She's been cutting my hair since I was a teenager, and so going to anyone else feels like cheating. It's like the few times I've gone to other people out of necessity, it's like I've felt like I'm a cheater. 4 weeks. Okay, cool. Yeah.
It's been a good like month or two for me.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. Feels longer than it is usually.
Oh, cool. There you go. That works. But it's funny. I've got a lumpy head or a dippy head. Like I've actually got here. Feel it so you can tell the chat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I got I have a misshapen head. So I think that's why the Lord has blessed me with the hair, because no one wants to see that bald head. It's gonna be terrifying when it finally happens. So for now, you guys are safe. It's all covered up. But yeah, I got this weird misshapen head. The lady that cuts my hair, she had me grow out my hair. At the time, I wasn't keeping it as long. So years ago, she had me grow out my hair a little bit, so she could use me in a class she was taking on like a certain hair technique. And really, she already knew the technique, but she really wanted the instructor to like teach her how to cut across the lump in the dip in my head. Yeah. Oh, and then when he grew the beard, he looked like Obadiah Stane. He like made himself a supervillain and then got fired. Nice. Hey there, Guido. Welcome back, Guido. Yeah, Vincent's not long for the world here. No. Oh, actually, you're 3 minutes late in leaving.
Oh.
So I don't know how strict your parents are.
Let's see.
Because I'll throw you under the bus. I'll never get in trouble for how long you work here.
Oh, I know. Like, and he had a Bloody Mary.
So this is Logo Boy. I sketched out the logo I wanted on a piece of wood, and he brought it to life. So the logo that you see at the beginning of the live streams is his doing. When he's available, he works for me. I'm good friends with him, good friends with his dad, his family, and so he recently quit his job at the firehouse, and or is that what it's called? Firehouse Subs. Yeah.
Yep,
and he really didn't want to do any other fast food, so he begged me to let him work on some evenings. So
hands and knees.
Whenever I have something he can do, even if it's just cleaning the shop, I let him do it.
There you go.
But he is working on a website for me. No promises on when we get that done, but we're working on a website. We'll see how it goes. He'll be my tech guru.
There you go.
Uh-oh. Someone's calling you.
You hear
or is
it.
that me? It ain't me.
Uh-oh.
Mom's calling!
Alright, well, I will be heading out, chat. It was
Yeah.
nice experiencing everything with you. So I will see you all. Goodbye, Izzo.
Alright, have fun tomorrow.
Will do. Am I forgetting anything? Burrito.
Because I will eat that.
I know.
It would not last an hour.
Oh, I know.
The chat says goodnight.
Good night, chat.
You probably heard that when he says goodbye.
You gotta...
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, and I don't remember if you were one of them, Peaches, that gave me a tip on it after we made that first one. Yeah, he's enjoying this. He's getting a kick out of it. So it's nice to have some fans. You guys are awesome. Oh, I can quit the music. We're not over there anymore. Yep, so the week got a little bit adjusted. So originally I thought that I'd be having stuff finished and was going to leave the weekend for backup for finishing things, but the weekend is going to become integral instead of the backup. So, backup plan happens. So if I can get, so what's left to build is the stuff you just saw us putting the edge banding on. We got to finish all those doors. Got to put a piece of molding on them, and then stain those. I do have to put together, and I hope I have the measurements somewhere. Now I could always build it later, but there's down in the existing space that I'm covering, there's a big mirror that's actually a door. Something's echoing as I talk. I don't know if you can hear it. Something is echoing. That was weird. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, it's probably just in my head. So I have to. I'm gonna build a oak frame to go over the door, so that way they'll utilize the mirror. It'll still be a door. There'll be storage behind it, and just hopefully I have those measurements. Now, if I don't have the measurements, I could cut the pieces close and pre-stain it and take it down with me and build it there. That won't be a big deal, but it would be, of course, nicer if I could put it together here and stain it and finish it complete. And while the goal is to be done next week with the install, they're not opening. They're not the latest they want to open is like the weekend before Mother's Day. Which, when is that? Is that April or May or something? I can't even remember. But whatever it is, I know we have plenty of time. Usually with these projects, they haven't given me enough time to be efficient, or else, even if they've given me enough time, a lot of times I'm halfway through another project. So this has been the first time where I've kind of been able to concentrate on them for the most part, and I'm way early on the project. So for a change, I'm going to get in there and do all my work, and then they can go in instead of with the other projects, like they're practically like decorating and stocking the store as I'm trying to finish the carpentry. So this is a really nice feeling. So so as far as getting everything stained and finished, I don't care if I finish. I don't care if I'm not quite done after the weekend. I don't mind if I'm still here Monday. But by Monday afternoon, I'm loading up and driving down to Columbus, and then we'll have a live stream down in Columbus at the hotel, and then again, while the goal is to finish by Friday, because I'm checking out Friday, I'm not gonna like get an extra day or anything. The goal is to finish on Friday, but I know that even if I finish on Friday, I know there's gonna be a touch up or two. I know there's gonna be something. So if I have things that I've missed, and I have to go back like a couple weeks later for a day, who cares? That's easy. Or even if I have to get one more night, like one more hotel night, go down, work for 2 days, come back. I'm in a pretty comfortable spot for it, so it's a good feeling. I'm gonna try to get as much as I can done this weekend, and then get as much installed next week as possible. But it's a good feeling that I'm not holding them up in any way. I'm not like delaying any openings or anything. So that's a nice feeling. And with that install, I haven't. You guys have been with me with some of the cutting and staining of it, but I haven't really time-lapsed this one. But that install down there, I will time-lapse the entire install for 5 days. So that should be a nice video at the end for seeing that. And then also this Monday, so while I'm starting the install there, the owners are flying to Texas to check out that situation. And if that happens, probably in July, I'll be building the next store, and then installing it in August, and they'll open in September. So that'll be a fun little summer project. I can't remember where they said. Let me see if I can find it in the text. I'll let you know what part of Texas I'll be in. Oops, do not disturb is on. Let's turn it off. Oh, Izzo's wife is awesome. She just finished the second coat on everything, and she's going to bed. You are awesome. I'm glad she's feeling good enough to actually do the work. I wasn't expecting her to do that. It's a huge, huge benefit to me. I'll leave by 11. I don't know if you guys want to hang out. I'll hang out till 11. That's the latest I'll stay. Because I didn't make this very strong, so we can drink something else. I am sure that I have talked about Chief Leaf to her. The hats are going to be pretty cool, Chief. You're going to like your hat. Yeah, I kind of agree. The lacquer smells a bit, so it can get interesting. But yeah, it's I'm not. I've not been as good with the painting. I'm getting a lot better with the staining and the finishing. Um, the painting, I'm technically a professional painter since I've had people pay me to paint, but I'm not great at it. For some reason. Well, and so that's another thing I want to do is as I get the stupid shop cleaned and organized, as I get the stuff that the one guy here, as he gets his stuff out of here and gets it to his house, I do want to set aside a section and finally learn how to spray stuff. So at least for cabinets and trim, I can have that nice smooth sprayed finish, whether I'm painting or finishing. So that's like a big goal for me for the next year is get the shop in such a way that I can actually spray stuff, cabinets and molding. So what kind of painting does Shelley and the Ruin like anyway? Are you guys talking walls? Are you talking moldings? Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, that could be fun. I am like the bookshelf that I did a couple months ago. The bookshelf I did a couple months ago, staining and finishing that went pretty well. I've been using that Watco stuff and brushing it on. They sure could. So I remember as a kid that the Disney parks, like you took Main Street USA, like they would start at one end and like each night they would paint. And when they got to the end of the street, it was like they started over at the beginning. So they were just like constantly repainting and maintaining that stuff. It was beautiful. Any of it cool. Awesome. Thank goodness they power washed that thing finally, huh? Space Mountain. It's looking dingy. Well, and we talked about it at the last live stream, like maintenance is so important, like in saving you money. Like the biggest costs are building it and then remodeling it. And if you take care of the maintenance in the meantime, it keeps those costs way down. Or at least maybe it doesn't keep the costs way down, but it like spreads how long before you need to do it. Maintenance is excellent and needs to be done. Well, and especially like weren't some of the logs in Splash Mountain sinking? Like it's like you gotta do your maintenance, people. You're just gonna and in this day of social media, like the instant anything goes wrong, everyone hears about it. So, back in the day when they were actually doing the maintenance, like you wouldn't hear about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we had the bad monorail accident in Florida, but I don't think that was maintenance. I think that was someone's user error. Some safety thing was not followed. Were you in one of them, or that would be crazy? Because that went through my head too when I wrote it the last time. I'm like, yeah, wonder if I'll sink. That would be kind of fun, to be honest with you. I should have grabbed some Flash Mounter one to see it's to sell on eBay. All these geniuses doing that. It's probably tap water. Probably isn't even real. Nice. I think the WDWNT guys, I think they were on a sinking log one of the times. That's pretty funny. I did ride it at night the last time. I was there December 7th. I think I was there December 7th. I gotta decide what parks I'm going to. Oh, that's right. That's funny. I gotta decide what parks I'm going to go to in April. I also have to decide if I'm staying on park, on resort, or off resort. Right now, it's decently cheap. That was pretty good. That was pretty good for Bloody Mary. You know what? Oh, I don't. Maybe I have a pint glass, because we should do a Guinness. Wow. Oh, sweet. Well, you silly little cups. Why are you living in this cabinet when? See, I could have done a huge Bloody Mary in one of these. I did finally go to Universal in the last 2 years, and I gotta say I was pretty impressed with it. We'd always gone to Disney as a kid. I never really made it to Universal, so we finally went. I'd say the rides are a little more thrilling, and sometimes less detailed, but there's some good detail in their rides too. We went and had a Duff beer and a Flaming Moe, which I don't think the Flaming Moe's alcoholic. The Duff beer is real beer. Well, we're gonna have to let that sit now for a little bit. Put it just barely on the edge. But yeah, the Simpsons. That was fun seeing the Simpsons land. So I guess that ride. I guess the Simpsons ride is where the Back to the Future ride was. So I never got to ride the Back to the Future ride. I've heard good things about that. And obviously, I didn't get to see. Jaws the ride. That would have been cool. And Jaws is not at Hollywood either, right, Chief? If I want to see that, I got to go to Tokyo, I think. It would be neat to see. They don't have Back to the Future at Tokyo still, do they? That would be sweet. There are a lot of 3D rides at Universal, I agree. The Spider-Man one is kind of fun. The Transformers one was kind of fun. Yeah, I've heard that about that. For some reason, I was okay with that. The the whacked out Jimmy Fallon ride, that thing's weird. But Velocicoaster was incredible. So if you ever get down to Orlando and you're a coaster fan, Velocicoaster was great. There's a roll you do in that ride. I swear I thought I was coming out into the lagoon. I thought I was coming right out of my seat because it's just lap bar. There's no. I'm pretty sure. Am I remembering correctly? I don't think there's a shoulder restraint. I think it's just lap bar. And I thought I was coming out on that roll. My goodness. Oh, Fast and Furious. You know what? That was so bad that was almost like, when a movie's so bad that it's good. Like, I kind of thought that. It was so bad. I was just entertained the whole time. I was laughing at the stupid thing. But yeah, that Velociraptor coaster was great. And there was like some other thing. There was some other Jurassic Park thing that you had to be a kid for, or have a kid. You could only go if you had a kid with you. Obviously, me and Izzo's wife don't have a kid. Yeah, that thing's terrible. Was it anything else before that, or has it always been Fast and the Furious? Because that ride was pretty dumb. And so dumb that it was entertaining, in my opinion. I mean, I'd be fine if it got replaced. I wouldn't shed a tear. E.T. was cute and charming. Yeah, so I've never been on those. I think you need to have a kid with you to do that. Maybe I'll borrow the Ruins kids someday and take them to Universal Parks. I know he'd be tall enough for anything down there. What else? What else? I don't know. Why is Guinness so good? My God. Really? I wonder how the Beetlejuice show was. Like, was it a show or was it like a ride system like the Fast and the Furious? That's a pretty funny movie. Michael Keaton. He's had some interesting roles over the years. Even though Ezra Miller's a freak. Is that his name, Ezra Miller? Even though he's a freak, I'm glad that they're going to release the Flash movie just because I want to see Keaton as Batman again. Okay, standard show. Interesting. What else? I'll have to check and see when Cedar Point opens. I don't think there's... I know that so someone was injured on our one big coaster there at Cedar Point, and like it sounds like pieces of the roller coaster came off while the coaster was going past the queue, and pieces of the ride like hit some woman, and I don't know if it killed her or just severely injured her. I'd have to if you ever make that plan, Chief, let me know, because that's my home park. I'm an hour and a half away from there. But a woman was injured real bad, and it's been closed at least 2 seasons. And oh, cool! I've never been to Hershey Park. I'll have to try that sometime. But so yeah, some woman was injured and or killed, and so I know they're at least reworking the queue. I think that's going to be a covered queue from now on, so that way something like that can't help or can't happen. Anyone going to see Weezer this summer? They're playing at our local place is the Blossom Music Center, so it's like a pavilion with an outdoor space around. Oh, cool! Awesome. I don't know. Let's see how far from Hershey Park I am, just for fun. Sorry about that. That was probably a gross sound for you to hear. Hershey Park. Hershey Park. I am 5 hours and 22 minutes away. It is closed right now. Yeah, so I've never been there. So I should. That is one. It's on my almost bucket list. We're gonna call it an almost bucket list. Like I definitely want to get there someday. But yeah, if anyone's ever. I told Mrs. Izzo I'd be home by 11 a.m. Yeah, I mean p.m. LOL p.m. Good night, Mrs. Izzo. What did you say? I saw something. Fun coasters, cool. Lightning racers. Has anyone ever been to Kennywood? 90 minutes from Hershey too. Nice. Oh, cool. Excellent. She is extremely understanding. She is also so I lucked out, and she is an independent woman. I'm trying to think of the exact words I want to use. So while we love being together, I'm pretty sure that she would get sick of me before I would get sick of her. And so, since I have this work obsession and poor planning skills, she is fine with the alone time that gives her. But obviously, there can still be neglect. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. You got to make sure that she feels appreciated and loved. So it's just a fun little balance act. I haven't always done it well. The last few years have been a lot better. I got a 20-minute ride. It's not bad. If I take I could take a slower route through a nice park, but this time of night I wouldn't do it just because I wouldn't want to hit a deer. But if I just jump on the freeway, I got like 20 minutes. Yeah, so it's just she deserves her alone time, but I just make sure that she feels loved and appreciated. Well, and like next week, no matter if she's going to Columbus with me, and she might help me with some of the install, but I've already told her, like, only as much as you feel you can do. Make sure you rest. Make sure you walk around Easton. I don't expect her to be crazy working person like I'm gonna be. Yeah, Kennywood I've been to a couple of times. I think is Kennywood near Pittsburgh? I think it's near Pittsburgh. There's some fun rides at Kennywood. I think they got one. We're lucky to have each other. We're a good team. We are a really good team. It's us against the world, baby. I couldn't do all this mess without her, and she knows that. Like the support system, even when she only feels good enough to like make sure I have a healthy lunch, the support she brings is incredible. And actually, because we didn't make as much off the sale of the house as we thought we would, we thought we were going to buy a place and it would have like a garage or barn big enough to house the shop, and I wouldn't have to pay rent here anymore. That plan fell through, and at the same time, she arranged our current living situation where we rent the apartment from the lady. She works for the lady. So no, this is a huge team effort, and I don't know if she'll ever. I just got a message from her. It says, "Good night, Izzo, YouTube legend, influencer of dozens." So none of this mess, the YouTube or the company or my personal life, none of this would work without her support. So we're just we're a good team, and we've grown to fit each other quite well. And it took years to do that. I think we've been happy and a team our whole married life, but really I'd say like the last 6 7 years have been exquisite. Like and it doesn't always happen for everyone. You don't always grow together in the same direction. Fortunately, we managed to grow together in the same direction, and you don't have to have everything in common. Like she really doesn't like the Disney parks, so like a big love in my life is those parks for whatever reason. Well, and I don't know if I've talked about this on a live stream. I've psychoanalyzed myself. I actually love the Disney parks because I don't have the best relationship with my father, and that causes strained relationships with my mom to a small degree, and to my siblings to maybe a slightly larger degree. I love them all. They all love me. There's no problems there, but it's just for me, the Disney parks when I was growing up was the only place that the original part of the family was happy all at the same time. So I think that's why I have this huge love for the Disney parks. It's somewhere where I was happy as a kid, and we were all happy together. So who knows? It's hard. It's hard. Everyone's imperfect. It's hard having relationships. Oh, that's interesting. Cool. But it's fun. I wouldn't trade it. I love being married. I love being married to her. Wouldn't trade it for anything. Cool. Yeah, do you talk to more people? Like random people sometimes? Yeah. Sometimes it's easy to have conversations down there for whatever reason. I can have conversations anywhere, but I'm a special duck. Man, I'll be honest with you, I haven't got an aura about me. Like some sort of thing, and sometimes people will come up to me randomly and tell me their life story, and it's just like, all right, so I've just got this weird aura. People are comfortable with me, and I remember I had to tell a guy, complete stranger, like, I'm so sorry, I have to go. Like, we've been talking for an hour. Like, I have to go to work. Like, please let me leave Lowe's. Stop talking to me. And well, that's the other part is I'm a little too nice. Like I'll actually stand and listen to someone tell me their crazy life story. But I'll listen to any of you tell me your life story when we're hanging out sometime. Cool. And Chief has my phone number. Chief can text me or call me if he wants. Okay. Yeah, at the grocery store. Isn't that crazy? In line at the grocery store, in line at Lowe's. The other fun one I get, and this is more just because of my near constant construction, which I almost took a picture of me in a suit this weekend. I should have taken a picture and posted because you guys usually just see me in work clothes. This was before I was a tube legend. People would come up to me. um, but I almost took a picture of myself in a suit this weekend just so you guys could see that I actually do clean up quite nice. But where was it? What was I saying? Oh, because of the near constant construction outfit, I am always getting people asking me at Home Depot and Lowe's like where stuff is. And one time, like a woman started asking me questions. I started explaining like what she needed to do, and then halfway through the explanation, I'm like, I don't work here, and like she got freaked out and like left. I'm like, I was helping you. Like, you don't have to run. But that's the only time that's ever really happened. But another time, same thing was happening. Like a woman came up and asked me a question, and I started with, "Well, I don't work here." And she's like, "Oh, I know." I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right. Well, what's your question? I could probably help." So it was just funny. It's just funny, yeah. People coming up and talking about stuff. I'm a legend in my own mind, Guido. Ooh, my way. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna send myself a text. What was the other one? Well, and I'll look for that medley. I'll look for that medley. See if I can sing it for you. And I'm gonna listen to that on the way home tonight. Oops, I have to retext myself this reminder. No, not scan text. Just paste, you jerk. I love and hate technology. Okay, what'd you say? My way? Okay. Send in the Clowns is good too. Maybe I'll do Send in the Clowns too. Do any of you besides Chief like my karaoke? Sometimes I get nervous putting the karaoke up on there. On the other hand, I'm Izzo. I don't often get nervous. That's what I tell people. I am a very confident man. I'm borderline. Okay, that's okay. I don't mind crying. Real men cry. I am a very confident man. I am borderline overconfident, and every once in a while they get me in trouble on a job site. Everyone, I'll believe you. So every once in a while, my overconfidence will bite me, and never in a way. I never do a bad job, but sometimes it takes me way too long. Like I got a buddy, and he kind of knew, so it's not like I convinced him of anything. But it was my first curbless shower. And I know I told him that it was my first curbless shower, but it felt like everything that could go wrong on that job went wrong. And technically, it's been over a year, and technically that bathroom is not done. Now it's usable. All we have to do is finally. So in a curbless shower. It's supposed to, I'm not quite sure what I did wrong, but a curbless shower, there's no curb. So the water needs to be stopped somehow. So the glass has channel in it, and the channel is caulked, obviously, so that should stop most of the water. But of course, at the shower door, there's water coming out underneath. So what I've got this stuff from the glass company, and it's like a little sill that'll go underneath the glass. And I got this metal one, and I've got a clear rubber one, so he can pick whatever he wants. I forget to look at the camera sometimes. So it's just this little piece. It gets glued down right underneath the door, so that way when water hits the door, runs down the door, hits this, and goes into the shower, instead of being able to flow under the door. So that's like the last little thing. I think it needs a backsplash too, but that's kind of on him. I should probably double check that I sent him the measurements, but he's got to order the backsplash so that I can install it. Also with that job, I let him pay for a lot of stuff and do some of the work when he could do the work. So he got a really good deal on it, but at the same time, it's now lasted over a year, and that's just very unreasonable. Oh, funny. Yeah, I'd like to say I got a decent voice. It sounds better coming from someone else. Chief obviously likes it. But I have a silly karaoke app. So if anyone likes to sing, go to Smule Karaoke. You can sign up for a week for free for a VIP. And if you enjoy it enough, don't pay for it. Just tell me what songs you want to sing, because I'm a sucker and I pay for a yearly VIP, and I can open up songs for you rather than. Thanks, Chief. I was the singer for the Mad Cows, back in my punk rock ska days. I'm normally mostly a tenor. Sometimes I have trouble with the high notes. When I have a cold, my voice gets real low, and I can sing some lower songs. I did do a couple of Disney ones. I actually did, on that, if you scrolled through my songs, I actually did do the WDWNT version of Let It Be, so the Spike the Bee one. Cool, baritone's fun. I like baritone. There's a guy on Smule you would enjoy. His handle is Beardatone, and he's got this huge beard, and he sings extremely well. I've sang some songs with him. Oh, that's fun. And live karaoke is a thing. So, in my limited experience, my suggestion is go to a karaoke place run by Asian people, because there's a place in Cleveland, somewhere on 55th Street, and and half of the menus on the screens are in Korean or Japanese or Chinese. I honestly don't know what language it is. But once you get used to it, it's pretty easy to navigate and find the songs you want. But I don't know, just those Asians love their karaoke, and when you're in a when you're in a karaoke bar run by Asians, it just feels more interesting. There you go. That's good. Oh, awesome. Hey, we need all types. We need all types. So you were in the band. What did you play, Shelly? I played cello. It took 6 months of bass lessons. It took 6 months of keyboard lessons. It took 6 months of trombone lessons. Took 6 months of drum lessons. Can't play any of them right now. Oh, cool. Excellent. That's fun. My dad played sax. And I believe clarinet, that's woodwind, so that's probably similar. My little brother has got... Oh, okay. Interesting. Violin. Yeah, I went right to cello, and I started playing cello for the stupidest of reasons. Like, they came through in 4th grade, or maybe end of 3rd grade, they came through, like the string program people. Because the town I grew up in, Mentor, it had in our area, it had like one of the first really nice string programs for schools, and so they came in and they showed us the instruments, and I was one of 2 people in the end of 3rd grade that had big enough hands that I could play the cello easier than the other kids. So me and that other kid both signed up, but he was more of a jock kind of leaning guy, so he did not stick with it. So yeah, I played from 4th grade to 12th grade. I was in a quartet briefly. We did some weddings and stuff after high school. I did play one show with my buddy's band, and I was just kind of like ambiance. It was like a alt rock, moody, Radiohead sounding band. So I just did some mood notes underneath it. Then we had the Mad Cows. There was no cello in that at all. And then a year ago, I tried to start Cello Shots, which is a wonderful internet name that I'm wasting, and someday I'll get back into it. But we're gonna put it on this channel now, because now it's Izzo's place. Some of my songs from the Mad Cow Medics, or one of my songs at least, I've translated to just a cello line and a vocal line, so at least one of my old Mad Cow songs you'll hear hopefully soon on the channel. Oh, Streetlight 17 rocked. I was pretending to play guitar. Not a great guitarist, but I loved playing with those guys. And I haven't played in a band with The Ruin. I need to play with The Ruin. You and me and Dana should do a band. I should probably write a bunch of music, either for band or just on the cello. Use that in the yeah, exactly, for like a theme. I actually thought, oh man, all the things I think about never have time for. I want to do a cello version of Pete's theme for for his videos. We would be awesome, The Ruin. We would be awesome. What would you play? You'd be bass? Would Dana want to be drums again? I'm not a great guitarist. We could always find a guitar. Yeah, so I think this year taxes are due on the 18th. Is it how the weekend falls? That seems weird. That's a Tuesday. I'm not sure. All I know... Oh, Guido plays guitar. Sweet. That's good to know. So you want me to do like a musical orchestration? You want me to pretend I'm John Williams for a year and write themes for everyone? That's right, that's fun. So when I took keyboard lessons, and I probably would have to practice, like I don't know if other people that learn piano feel this way. Like the day that I could divide my left and right hand, it felt like my brain cut in half, and in a good way though, not a bad way. And like when my hands were finally doing stuff independent of each other, I like almost felt it physically in my head. So I don't know if any of you other keyboard people have ever felt that. Nice. I did get to see John Williams leading the Cleveland Orchestra a few years back at that Blossom that I talked about where Weezer's playing soon. That was incredible. And let's see, he's 90 now. That was probably 10 years ago because he did 3 encores. And let's see, what were the encores? So the first encore was... Apparently he wrote the NBC nightly theme, and usually you just hear like the first few seconds of it. It's like a 4-minute piece. So he played the whole thing for us. I know. Yeah, I'm the kind of person, I have issues teaching myself stuff. I almost have to get lessons. And I have looked a little bit into YouTube, hopefully there's something, like hoping there was something there that I could kind of follow along and remember what I'd forgotten and then learn new stuff. But yeah, it's hard. It's so hard to be regimented enough to do that. What was I talking about? John Williams. Oh, he did 3 encores. So the first one was the NBC Nightly News, but it was like a 4-minute piece. Like, so he wrote this 4-minute piece for them, and then they used like the littlest bit of it for the start of their show. Oh, nice. I've played a tiny bit with GarageBand. I should probably do more of it. And then what did he play? And then he played... Uh-oh, low battery. 10%. Alright, so what time is it anyway? 10:43. This is probably going to be perfect. So when we get down to like 2 or 3%, I'll kill the stream. Where are we at? So we're at 10%. Yeah, I just said that. So 11 o'clock or 2%, whatever comes first, we're done. And but yeah, so he played the NBC nightly theme. Then he also wrote one of the Olympics, like whenever the Olympics was in Atlanta or whatever, he wrote that fanfare. So he played that, and then he played what was it? Stars and Stripes Forever, which apparently every orchestra knows because it didn't sound like that was planned. So the Cleveland Orchestra played Stars and Stripes Forever while he conducted it, and then after that he's like, and we're all cheering. We'd love him to come out and do another song. But he comes out and he's like, all right, I'm 80 years old. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop now. and it was incredible. But yeah, he hit all the stuff. He Pirates of the Caribbean, Star Wars, obviously, Indiana Jones, Harry Potter, like all those fantastic themes he's written. It was good. So I don't know if he's ever going to tour again. If he's ever touring, I highly recommend it. It's good stuff. You know what? I'm a little bit chilly. I'm going to put my hoodie on. Standing here, it's not as warming as running around working on stuff with Logo Boy. Woo! Alright, that'll be better. And that's good, because if we're ending soon, that means I won't drink anything else and I can actually drive home. What else to talk about? I don't know. We talked about a lot of stuff. So I'm a renter here, but I still would like to fix it up where I would be not embarrassed to have a customer out to look at stuff. Oh, yeah, thanks. And yeah, whatever's on hand, I'll pretend to do a Phantom thing. So what Chief's referring to is the one karaoke I did with the girl that I put on YouTube. It was a Phantom song, so I pulled my hoodie over, pretending to hide my face. The other thing I like to do, for some reason, I love singing. What's the Aladdin song? Where they're on the magic carpet. What is that song? I don't know. But anyway, the song that Aladdin and Jasmine sing, whenever one of those pop up in my feed, I'll sing it. And whenever you get to the part about over, sideways, and under. I'll like actually spin a whole new world. Thank you. So I'll actually spin the camera so that like my image flips while I'm singing that. So I'm a cheese ball like that. And then whoever I'm singing it with, after the song's over, you know, a lot of times in that app they'll thank you. Oh, thank you for joining me or whatever. So if they do that, then I'll say thanks, princess. Don't let your tiger eat me. I'm just a cheese ball. It was funny. Izzo's wife. Yep, whole new world. I don't think I've done a lot of Beauty and the Beast. I'll have to check that out. Another fun thing on karaoke app is they also have, you can look up a whole bunch of voice acting stuff where instead of singing, you're doing scenes from different movies. So there's a lot of Disney stuff on there. There's a surprising amount of Monty Python stuff. So even if you don't want to sing, you can find neat things to just do the acting bits on. So I know I've been Gaston before. I've been Luke. I've been Kylo Ren. I've been Darth Vader. I've been the Emperor. Like, you know, there's a bunch of stuff on there. I've been multiple skits in Monty Python. But it's just kind of fun. So even if you're not don't feel like you're a singer. Oh, and believe me, on that app, there's some people that don't sing, and I'm really proud of them for singing anyway. And I will sing with anyone if it's a song I like. I'll sing with anyone. I don't care how good or bad they are. Any bit of the spectrum, I will do that with them and have a blast doing it. I don't care. But yeah, so it's fun stuff on there. It's fun stuff. I know. Let's see, with the Monty Python, I know I've done like the Black Knight scene with Arthur and the Black Knight. Your arms cut off. Yeah, if you like the song, who cares? And you know what? I've never seen anything nasty. I'm sure some nasty stuff happens on there. But I've never seen anyone be nasty or rude on that app, surprisingly enough. No matter how good or bad you might perform. But so with that app, so I'm singing on that app, and now I'm showing Izzo's wife, you know, what I'm doing. I like to be transparent with all this stuff, although I'm not making her watch any of these YouTube videos. She says she probably won't watch any until such a time as I pass away, and then she says she'll probably obsessively watch them. So she doesn't watch them, and I'm fine with that. That's another great part of the relationship. You know, we have our differences and we have our similarities, and we love each other for it. So that's good. So I would show her some of the karaoke videos, and she does. She is of the opinion that my voice is good, so she doesn't mind listening to me, and she'll put up with me like showing her one when I do one that's like really good, like either myself or the other person does really good. So she, whenever I'm doing something, she'll usually research it, and so the Smule app is also like a low-key dating app. Like people will get together on that because of the app and the love of singing together. So once she found that out, she made me change my profile picture to have a picture of me and her together. So that way she would make sure that no one was trying to snag me away for anything. Why not? I'm an embarrassment, but I'm also, I don't know. I'm both at the same time. I'm an embarrassment and a source of pride at the same time, and that's where I want to be. That's where I love to be. Because if I'm never slightly embarrassing, then I've gotten old finally. But you know, I'm always going to be silly, and actually, that's what she likes about me. So she'll roll her eyes at my jokes. She'll roll her eyes. She'll sometimes be horrified at the things I say out loud, but that's all right. That's great. Oh, thank you, Chief. Chief, you know what? You're the best stalker ever. Glad I gave you my phone number. I'm never going to give you my home address. At least not yet. But I appreciate you, Chief. I'm sorry you've been banned on some people's websites. You're very welcome. Where are we at? Let's check. 7%. 10:51. We got 9 more minutes, and I'm almost done with my beer anyway. You know what? When the stalkers leave, that's when you're in trouble. That's when you're in trouble. You know? That's it. So you gotta appreciate the stalkers to a certain extent. If you're ever outside my window with a rubber ducky, you know, I'll be worried. But other than that, stalk away, buddy. Tasting notes? Smells like beer. I love Guinness. Any other Guinness fans out there? Someone once described Guinness as mother's milk to me. I don't disagree. And I don't drink it super often. I did get a pack for our New York family weekend. It's so good. It's so good. Why is it so good? And I mean, whether you do it straight or a black and tan or a half and half, it's so good. And you know, other stouts, I enjoy other stouts, but man, it's Guinness. It's good stuff. Oh, I got so many dishes to wash. Next time I take a working dishwasher out of a job site, I'll have to install it here somewhere. That'd be pretty easy to do. So we had Bloody Marys, we had edge banding going on. Vincent will do some more of that tomorrow. Seemed like a fun day. I know, I will wash the dishes before I go home. 8 minutes. So I was watching The Bad Batch on my own, but I finally got my wife caught up. We got through the Clone Wars, we got through Bad Batch Season 1, so now she's caught up. So now, instead of being able to watch Bad Batch over breakfast, now I have to actually wait and watch it with Amber. Ooh, with Izzo's wife. So, nice. There you go. Take that comment out of context. It is just good. Started watching what? The Bad Batch? Well, and The Mandalorian, so I have so much work. So I really want to watch it tomorrow night. And I got a buddy that keeps sending me very light spoilers, but the longer I take to watch it, the more in depth the spoilers will get. Like, the spoilers are stupid right now, like Din Djarin has his helmet on. But yeah, I gotta get that second episode, but I also gotta work tomorrow, so maybe I'll try to watch it with her. So we got a thing we're doing tomorrow. Ooh, 5%. Oh, we're getting close. Got a thing I gotta do tomorrow. And Izzo's wife is joining me for that. So maybe after that, because I'll have to eat dinner anyway, and Vincent will be here working on stuff. So maybe over dinner I'll watch Mandalorian and Bad Batch, so that way I don't get spoiled. And then I'll come here and work. That's probably the plan. And then Friday for the recap. Recap might be late again. Recap might be later in the day. But we'll definitely do at least a short recap. I know, wouldn't it be nice? They probably have the technology, but they can't make any money over an everlasting battery. They can't make any money over a car that gets like 100 miles an hour. Stupid planned obsolescence. How dare they? But I'm not positive when the recap will be. Might be better to keep it late tomorrow. I know. Oh, that's cool. When do you work? When do you work, Chief? Maybe we'll base the recap on you for a week. We'll make it Chief Leaf Week. Recap will probably be late. I'd say like 7:30, 8 o'clock. We'll do the recap. You guys can have fun over the weekend. Monday we'll do the planning session, and we'll tour the maybe we'll tour the hotel. Maybe we'll even walk to Easton, and I'll show you the where the store is going to be at, the other stores around in the area, the other restaurants. Maybe we'll do that. 5:30 to 11, and a lot of times I try it. So if I was able to set the recap up for 5, which is always my goal, would you be able to watch, Chief, or are you like on your way to work at that point? If not, you'll watch it on the replay. Oh, I love having a stalker. Thank you, Chief. I'm so happy. I'm gonna drink a water since I'll be going home soon. Oh, I thought I had waters. Oh, I do have waters. Okay, good. It's not all alcohol. Leave for work around 5:05. If I can swing it, Chief, I'll start the recap a little before 5. And Chief, if you ever want to take some pictures of wall Martians and put it in the Discord, that would not be disappointing. You can put it in my Discord, you can put it in Pete's Discord. It says I have 4 listeners. Who's watching, people? Give me a shout out. I know Chief and Shelly are there. Who else is sad enough to watch Izzo at almost 11 on a Wednesday? What is this? What did I buy? Oh, the Ruin. I should have known the Ruin was still here. Whose water is this? So, a very interesting thing happened to me. Okay, this is Target. So, I found... well, you gotta pretend you're live streaming. Just like tap it on there and be like, hey there, YouTube. Glad you're watching me. Tap, hit that button. I should have known Guido's here. Okay, that makes sense. Shelly, Guido, the Ruin, and Chief. All that makes sense. Yeah, you just gotta be slick about it, Chief. That's all. But no, don't get yourself beat up by any scary people. But if you can get us some pictures, yeah, that's good stuff. You could probably start a YouTube channel like the Walmart King or something like that. You probably could. I know me and the Ruin would watch it. I'm sure Guido would too. What else? I'm so sorry I have blessed you with confidence. Oh, but anyway, so funny thing. Ruin's in. Ruin will watch. There you go, Chief. You got 3 fans already. So funny thing. We do quite a bit of shopping at Aldi, and even Aldi's prices have risen lately, if you haven't noticed. But Amber swears that Aldi kept us alive through some of the dark times of running the business. Did I say Amber again? I meant Izzo's wife. One of these days I'll remember not to say her name. But anyway, so the Aldi water. I could taste something in the Aldi water. At least I could a few years ago. Now, I think that's changed. I think someone gave me an Aldi water and I took a chance and it tasted normal. But wherever they were getting their water from, and I'm sure whatever was in it is not dangerous to people, but for whatever reason I could taste it. So Izzo's wife actually she was annoyed that I was complaining about it. She set up a blind taste test. She had 2 pint glasses, both had ice in it, and she filled one with Aldi water and one with tap water, and I immediately picked out the Aldi water. So I think whatever was in it is not in it anymore, because like I said, I think someone recently gave me an Aldi water, and in my head I rolled my eyes and I'm like, great, this is going to taste bad. But that's yes, exactly, Ms. Izzo. But yeah, I think whatever was in the Aldi water briefly, I don't think it's in there anymore. But yeah, I totally was able to taste Aldi water out of a blind taste test. She was so annoyed, it was hilarious. But this Target water, this tastes fine. This just tastes like water to me. And there was something else, and I think it might have also been Aldi related. Obviously something liquid. Man, Aldi, so when I first moved out of my parents' house, so I was 21, so that was 1999. When I first moved out of my parents' house, Aldi was sketchy. Like, you bought some stuff from Aldi, but you kind of stayed away from the meats, and it was a little weird shopping at Aldi. But now it's like the stuff is good. I don't know. Like, I haven't had any real complaints except for that brief couple of years with the Aldi water. Okay, so interesting. So you don't like the Walmart water? I will have to I'll have to sample that and see. But this Target water so far is fine. It's probably past 11, isn't it? It is. Where's our percentage? We are 2% people. I am gonna go. I'm gonna finish this water and hang out for a few minutes. I will post a home safe just for fun, just so you don't have to worry about me. And have a good evening. Glad you could join me. I hope you enjoyed it. We had a little bit of music. We had a little bit of edge banding. We had some Bloody Marys and Guinness, and we just got to talk, and that's great. So, and Shelly got to work out. Jealous. Or was it Peaches P that was working out? I'm embarrassed now. I'm embarrassed that I don't have enough memory. I'd have to scroll for a while. Well, I'm glad Shelly was here, and I'm glad Peaches was here. I think Shelly was working out. Anywho, please. Oh, bedtime anyway. Have a good night, all. Excellent. Good night, friends. See ya, Guido. The Ruin says good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe. Have fun. I'll see you next time at Izzo's place.